Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for June the 26th. I'm going to be pulling one overall energy card, and then I'm going to be pulling one card per sign and see how those energies mesh together for the day. Let's see what we get. This is the vice versa deck. There are pictures on both sides of the cards, so it can be pretty interesting. And of course, you guys know I do read reversals. So basically there's 4 potential meanings to each card. Okay, overall energy is, what is that? That side of the Page of Swords. Okay, so this talks about some type of message or information that either you gave to somebody or somebody has brought to you in the past. So we're going to see how that actually plays out for each particular sign. So information, a message that was given or a message that was received is our overall energy. This is about something in the past that is impacting us today. Okay. Alrighty. Aries, what do you have? This was our overall energy yesterday, and just exactly the same way, that side and in reverse. What are the odds? What are the odds? 78 cards that can be read 4 different ways. And this shows up first card out. All right, so 3 of Cups in reverse. Basically, Aries, this is telling me, this is telling me that you had, did you give this message or did somebody else give this message? Yeah, okay. So there was somebody who, what do you want to call that? What's that word? A frenemy had given you some kind of message in the past. And I really think that whenever they did, you kind of knew what the source was all about, and so you did not take it very seriously. There's something going on around that message that is impacting today. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't take it seriously. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm believing here. But anyway, something about that message is showing up in today's energy. So maybe it's being revisited. Maybe that person's asking you, how come you didn't, do anything with this information that I gave you? All right, let's look at Taurus. Let's look at Taurus. All right. So Taurus. Taurus, I think that somebody gave you some type of message in the past that allowed you to, that message allowed you to use that information and move forward to the point that today you're hearing about the idea that however you've used that information, it's bringing you some kind of good news about money or about material goods. So you took that bit of information and used it to actually earn you something, and so today you're finding out. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have the goods in your hand or the money in your hand, but you're finding out about it. See how that coin is kind of floating above the hand? So it's a message about money or material goods that you're receiving today, and it's a positive message, and you're receiving this because this information that somebody gave you in the past, you were able to use that information to create some positive cash flow or some type of material gain. All right, Gemini. Okay, Gemini's 2 of Pentacles showing up here. What's going on? So Geminis, there's something going on here with some information that somebody gave you in the past and some information that you know personally, and it looks to me like you are looking at how can you reconcile that information. How does, because I think that they may be looking like that could be contradictory bits of information, and it looks to me like you're trying to figure out, apparently you really trust this source, And you're trying to figure out how the information that you know firsthand can be true, as well as the information that this other person told you. You're really looking at, can those both actually be true, or does one cancel the other out? Really sorting through that today. Okay, so that's Gemini. Next up is Cancer. Cancer, Eight of Pentacles. So Cancers, this is just telling me that in the past somebody came to you with some type of message that allows you to be able to get something accomplished today, to be able to work on something and really pay attention to it and focus on it because of whatever this message was that came to you in the past. Next up is Leo. Leo. This side of the Seven of Swords. What's going on here? Okay. So Leos, here's the deal. Somebody has tipped you off about something that is coming down the pike, and I think that that has allowed you to sort of get out of the way, stay out of the drama. I see you coming here, sneaking away, and sneaking away with those swords, which basically for me, if somebody was going to say something bad about you or gossip about you, you've done something to make sure that they're not able to use those words against you. Okay, so you've disarmed somebody for the most part. There's still a couple of swords here on the ground as you're walking away from this situation, but somebody has tipped you off that someone does not necessarily have the best intentions towards you, or that this situation is kind of a setup against you, and so you're not staying in that situation, and you're disarming it as much as you possibly can. All right, so that was for Leo. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Judgment card showing up for those of you who have Virgo placements. What is happening here? Yeah. Okay. So this is just telling me that there was some sort of message or information that came to you in the past that allows you to revisit something that you used to put a lot of energy and effort into in the past, and to bring that back and move forward with it today because of this information given to you by somebody else previous to today. Maybe yesterday, maybe a while back ago. Either way, previous to today. So that's Virgo. Next up, let's look at Libra. Six of Swords showing up in reverse for those of us with Libra placements. Libras. Okay, those of us with Libra placements, we may have heard some kind of news or information that has motivated us to make some type of lifestyle change. Maybe not drinking anymore, maybe exercising more, maybe using supplements and natural medicine. A lot of different maybes there could be here, but it's a lifestyle change that we're seeing, and this lifestyle change is something that hopefully will make the quality of your life better right now and potentially lengthen your life. Something somebody has said here has motivated you to make this lifestyle change. Okay, next up is Scorpio. What do we have? King of Wands, King of Wands. What's going on here? Okay, so my King of Wands is a personality who likes to be in charge. This is also somebody who, not only are they a natural leader, but they also think outside the box. So they don't let culture or society tell them what's normal or how they should do things, okay? They pretty much do their own thing, and they generally do it with integrity. A lot of times they have help from Spirit on these projects that they're working with and moving forward with. And I think what's going on here, for those of us with Scorpio placement, is that with this overall energy, we've gotten some kind of message. We've gotten a heads up on this person before they show up in our sphere of influence today. So we already kind of know a little bit about this person that's going to help us to interact with them in a more positive and more healthy way today. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's Scorpio. Next up is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. Somebody has given you a message before today that has put you in kind of a funk where you're feeling pretty pessimistic, either about a particular relationship with somebody or about relationships in general or just about people in general, anywhere on that scale, but you're feeling pretty pessimistic. And it has to do with this message or information that you were given. So, check it out. Make sure that whoever gave you this message was actually telling you the truth. Be aware. Not everybody, just because their lips are moving, means that they are actually talking in any kind of integrity. So make sure you check that out. Next up, let's look at Capricorn. So Capricorn, 10 of Pentacles. We like this. We like this. Capricorn, some of you may be finding out some type of news, with this being the overall energy, or maybe you already have been finding out some kind of news about a will or about an inheritance or about a legacy. For some of you, it's about a legacy that you want to leave for other people. And for some of you, this is about a legacy that somebody else wants to leave to you. So, legacy can have to do with will and inheritance. Legacies can also be other things, and I feel like for those of us who are working on leaving a legacy, this may not be so much about things you would put in a will. This may be about making impressions, and you may be hearing with this card as the overall, for those of us who are just trying to leave impressions and make our mark on the world, in that we're passing along good character to other people coming up behind us. This could be that, we're hearing from somebody about the impact that we're having and the legacy that we are leaving behind. Okay, so that was for Capricorn. Next, let's look at Aquarius. 9 of Swords showing up in reverse. Aquarius. Someone is bringing you some kind of news, or they have actually already brought you some kind of news that I think you're starting to see this news actually manifest today. And when this news manifests, this helps you to stop stressing out and start to feel less panicked and more calm as you're thinking about something and making plans around something. Next up, we're looking at, who is this? Pisces. Pisces. Yeah, okay. Just making sure this card is what I thought it is. So Pisces, you do have the Magician showing up here. And this Magician is in reverse. So Pisces, isn't it interesting how this candle is burning on both ends? You have some kind of news that has come in about some energy, some effort that you've been putting out as you've been working on manifesting something, maybe even burning the candle at both ends to be able to manifest this thing, and it's not really happening. And I think you found, you've heard some kind of news or information that whatever you're doing is not exactly working, no matter how much energy and effort you're putting into it. So here's always the advice for something like that, is that when the Magician shows up in reverse, this basically says you're trying to do all the work yourself. You're not asking Sacred Spirit to help you at all. And, as Dr. Phil would say, how is that working for you? So definitely this is a little reminder that, it's a good time to ask Spirit to help you get this to work out the way you need it to work out. All right. So that's what I've got for everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to working with some of you personally later on today. And the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.